All right, everyone, I think we're live. I think, maybe. Still waiting for it to pop up. There we go. Let's see, who do we got here? Of course, we have Taylor. How you doing, Taylor? Danny, hello. Nisi, Dog Lips, everyone, V-Stag, Fish Tropics, Sam. Everyone's kind of piling in here. Zach. Hey, the Fish Nerd. How you doing? We'll give everyone a few minutes to kind of jump in here. Nisi says, hello, Taylor. Everyone say hello to Taylor. Bookshelf Aquatics, how you doing? Keanu Reeves is here, and he even knows my name. That's pretty cool. Floyd, how you doing? AMA Aquatics. New hat. I've had it for a while. Oh, boy. So we're not going to spend too much time talking about this YouTube nonsense. I know most people are here for fish, but it is a pretty common question. Puffer Chris, how you doing? Jimmy, Bentley. If anybody has any specific questions about YouTube, feel free to ask. Hi, I like all your videos, and I had some plants, and they were Anubias, and they keep dying on me. I did not know why. Yeah, that's pretty strange, Lloyd. Anubias are like one of the easiest plants to keep alive, so not sure what's going on there. Laura says she can't sleep, so here she is. Not Reeves, just a coincidence. All right. So it is like 9,000 degrees out. We have a heat wave this week. I just installed air conditioning for my dog. Bojo Ford, how you doing? Is it monthly or weekly payout? It is on like the 3rd week of every month, so once a month. Hey, do you know of any plants that can be grown above water like pothos but aren't toxic to cats? I've never looked into it for cats. Maybe spider plant? I use that one. Portland is going to be 110 on Thursday. Yeah, I know. I got an email from the Wet Spot that they're not shipping out any fish this week. Bentley says, yeah, could get close to 100. I got my AC today though, so should be good. What's my channel's average watch time? That's a good question. So the only month I have pulled up right now is May, and my watch time was about 1.5 million minutes for May. May is the month I'm going to talk about because in June I had a semi-viral video, so it kind of skewed the numbers a little bit. So I went back to May where I didn't have any like viral type videos, and by viral I had that one video that got like 50,000 views. So viral for my channel. Taylor says bamboo is not another good one that maybe not toxic to cats. So there you go. Smart man, I got mine 3 years ago. Yeah, Bentley. So I bought, when I heard it was going to be 100 this morning at work, they had like 61 air conditioners in stock at Home Depot, and I bought one. When I picked it up after work, they were all sold out. So, yep. Everyone wait until the last minute. AMA Aquatics wants to know, don't you have to have over so many subs and over so many views before you can get revenue? Nope. Nope, not at all. You can monetize from the start. Now, you do have to make $100 before they pay out. So, keep that in mind. Is it normal for crypts to melt back if you move them around? Yes, Brian. I just moved a bunch of crypts from my 40-gallon tank into my different 40-gallon tank, and they all melted back. Holy smokes, lucky to get one at this rate. Yeah. There was like, I went to the pickup line at Home Depot, and there was just a stack just waiting to be picked up. Classical Aquatic says, is it better to make several small videos or fewer longer videos? So Classical, it's hard to say, but right now shorter videos around like the 7-minute mark seem to be doing pretty well. They used to want like that 10 to 15-minute video, but it kind of changed. Danny's Aquarium said they paid me last month. Nice. You need like 10,000 views for monetization. Oh, that's right. They did change that. Thank you, Jimmy. They did recently change it to where you need 10,000 views to monetize your videos. Reverend Rob Ryan Gibbons says, congrats on 13,000 subs. Thank you, sir. So, I think there's enough people here. Hopefully everyone hit the thumbs up button. So let's see. How much money did you get from the 50,000 view video? Ooh, that's a good question. I haven't checked. Taylor wants to know, how did they pay you? So you have to go and sign up for Google AdSense and then link your checking account. Lawrence Harvey, what was that question? $50? I don't see it, but if you're asking what the minimum payout is, it's 100. Lon is here. Big Fly Multimedia says, show me your noobs. All right. Mr. Science Geek says, yeah, Jimmy's correct. Yep, I totally forgot about that. That was my mistake, which is a very good change. Since they made that change, I've had no one steal my videos, so that was nice. But you do have to sign up. You do have to link your bank account, and then you do have to fill out a 1099 like a contractor for taxes. They do not take taxes out every month. You have to do that when you file your taxes. So keep that in mind. Definitely be saving for that. Depends on how much you're making. So let's go to May. So I'm going to be pretty vague here. There's kind of some rules on what you can and can't show. Yeah, you can show how much you make on YouTube. You can't show how much you make on AdSense. What's the difference? They're both owned by Google, so not really sure. So in May, let me bring it up. I'll just show you. Again, I'm not going to give exact numbers. Maybe I will. But here you can see it's from May 1st to May 31st. My playback-based CPM, which is really the only one you care about, is $10.03. Now CPM is cost per mil. Means for every 1,000 views, I was paid $10, essentially. And that's like your top end, right? So I had 157,836 views in May. So at $10, you would think that I made $1,578, right? Nope, not really how it works. So out of that view, out of that many views, roughly 55% of the people have ad blockers. So you can cut half of those views just right, they're just gone. You just get rid of about half of that. And then you can kind of get a rough estimate. There's still some other factors in there. CPM is basically what the advertisers care about. So your CPM would be if you have a video that only has like one advertisement on it, that's where the $8.55 comes into. But if you have a video with multiple ads, that's how you get that $10.03 if you had 2 or 3 ads. Also, the type of ad, so a video ad pays way more than like the little banner ads. So you always want to make sure you have the banners on there. The Fish Nerd says that's way higher than average. Not necessarily. Again, there's also other factors to base your CPM on, like automotive is really huge. Lots of advertising dollars go into automotive. So if you were to make a channel on cars, you're going to make a lot of money. So you can kind of guesstimate, I'll just tell you, what was this, May? In May, I made $709 in May, and that's not counting super chats. Remember, super chats are completely separate. So I made barely over $700 in May with 157,000 views. So that can kind of give you an idea on how much you can make. It's not exact. Every channel is different. I'm sure I'm going to piss off a lot of channels by putting this out there, but honestly, all you have to do is go into YouTube and type how much can you make, and there's lots of other channels showing you this exact same information. And it's kind of a science where you put your ads. This is how you get up to like the $10 mark. You just can't put them in all willy-nilly and expect to do good. You actually have to analyze the data. This is like, I have like 8 months of data to look at as far as where to put ads, how many ads to put in, things like that. So there's definitely a lot of behind the scenes things that goes on into getting your CPM at about that $10 mark. Taylor says that's a mortgage payment. It's getting there. And your CPM is double what mine is. Well, I also do 3 videos a week. YouTube rewards that. Also, I don't know how many ads you're putting in, but you should try to be putting in ads like every 8 minutes. Think of it like a TV show, right? You watch a TV show, there's an ad like every 8 minutes. So they've spent billions of dollars on finding out that that's the best way to do it. So that's all I do is copy them. Those kids, toys, unboxing videos get millions of views, monetized. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the channel Adam C. Adam C is another YouTuber. He's got about 9,000 subscribers. And in May, he had a video go super viral. I think last time I looked, it was like 1.5 million views. But at 1.2 million views on just that one video, he was at about $2,000 is what he made off of it. So that's kind of, I feel, below average, but it's only a 5-minute video. So he's not getting in multiple ads there. If it was like an 11-minute video where he had 2 ads in there, he probably would have increased that by at least 50%. He would have been up towards like 3,000, maybe 3,500. But for a 5-minute video, that's pretty incredible. And this is all public information. He made a video about it on his channel. I'm not giving away secrets or things like that. He did make a video on his viral video and showed exactly how much he made. So that's the only reason I'm repeating the information, because he put it out there. Rich brings up an interesting point. He says, if we watch the ads, do you get more money? I'm not sure how it works. So I'm not sure if you watch the whole ad and I get more money, or that I don't know. Danny says, yep, 1.5 million views now. So yeah, it's well, I've not done a video in a long time. Yeah, there you go. Let's see if I've missed anything here. Good question, Sergeant Tank. Does the under 10-minute mark hinder things by not being able to add the second advertisement? You mentioned around the 7-minute being popular. Does the 7-minute... Oh wait, does the 7-minute being... I don't know why I'm having an issue here. Does the popular videos outweigh the 10-minute video? Yes, absolutely. So here, I don't know, this is going to seem obvious, but it's all about kind of impressions. And so if you have a 10-minute video and a 5-minute video, the 10-minute video averages about 3 minutes of watch time and has 50,000 views, and a 5-minute video averages like a 4-minute watch time and has the same 50,000 views, then that 5-minute video is going to get promoted because of the average watch time. So it's not really even about the length of the video anymore. It's how long people will watch your videos. That's what you want. You want the audience retention right now. And the longer you can keep people in your videos, the more YouTube will promote it. If you can get like a 12-minute video with an ad before, an ad at the 8-minute, and an ad afterwards. Granted, nobody watches the ad afterwards, right? But if you could get that and get your retention high, your channel is gonna soar. It really is. And don't even try to grow a channel. If a lot of people don't monetize their channels, sitting in Corey's garage, yeah. A big mistake that a lot of the smaller channels make is they don't want to put ads in there because they're small. They don't want to, piss off subscribers and be like, oh, advertisements. The problem is if you actually want to grow your channel, you're never going to grow your channel if you don't put ads in there, because why would YouTube promote your video if they're not making money on it either? So you always, from the start, you want to start with advertisements. Does the filter ad sell poly padding? I'm not sure. Taylor brings up an interesting question. What about RedTube accounts? YouTube Red pays terrible. I'll just say that right now. It pays terrible. Who mows Joe? Okay. So basically, I just wanted to spend a couple minutes because I know there's a lot of channels being made right now. There's a lot of people like just working really hard trying to grow their channels without really knowing what they're going to get out of it, because nobody talks about it. And I think it's important. Maybe this will inspire some people to try harder, or maybe some people will say like, whoa, that's not worth my time. Because honestly, like I made $709 in May at 3 videos a week with live streaming. So basically 4 videos a week. It's definitely another full-time job, and I could invest that time and work overtime and make 10 times that amount. So, you know, that's just something to think about. Granted, you know, if you do it and do it for years and you grow, eventually you'll get there. Eventually it'll be worth it. Bob, you have 1.2 million total views right now. Yep, Bob, what about super chats? When are you doing when you were doing 2 live streams a week, were you seeing a greater portion of your revenue from super chats? I mean, obviously I was getting more super chats, but I've never counted super chats. I think for the first month, or maybe like the first couple weeks of the first month, I kept my super chats. And then after that, I've always put them off to the side. It's completely separate on YouTube, so I can see exactly how much I've got. And I'm just going to be giving all that money away. So any advice for Nooberson who noobs a lot? I feel like I'm missing something. Any tips for keeping shell dwellers? I would definitely try to replicate the water parameters of Lake Tanganyika. They are really hardy and they don't necessarily need it, but I find that they'll breed a lot more and you'll get a lot more fry. But otherwise, just provide lots of shells, lots of sand. They love to dig. They're really easy fish, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. Go ahead and get them. You'll love them. They're really awesome. Punky Pam says, do you make more on live streams? I basically make nothing on live streams. And even if you were to keep your super chats like other people do, it's really, unless you get like that big super chat. But if you're talking just advertiser revenue, it's a terrible way to make money unless you have something to actually talk about. Like I just come on here and ramble for an hour, right? So if you could actually come up with a topic and provide like valuable information or something fun on a live stream, then you'll do well. For instance, like all of Corey's live streams he's just hitting it out of the park right now. So has he answered the question? I don't know. YouTube red views work on a basis if you get paid per minute of watch time. Yeah, so it is paid per minute, but compared to what you get from AdSense, I mean, it's hard to say because you can see you just don't have a lot of information on YouTube Red as far as to quantify the analytics. I wish there was more. What was my video that went semi-viral? I think it was the 800-gallon update on Corey's tank. The ramblings are what make your live streams fun. I mean, that's what's fun for me. I always try to pick topics, and then after like 10 minutes, I'm like, screw it. Let's just talk about whatever people want to talk about. I've tested live streaming in real time. It will destroy your channel. Yeah, live streaming can be good for your channel if you don't do it in abundance. That's a big mistake I see from a lot of new people is they just want to live stream all the time, or they want to substitute videos for a live stream. And that's just not a good idea. Not a good idea. You can get a lot of subscribers out of a live stream, but once the live stream is over, you're not going to get another subscriber out of them. So we will take that off the screen. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer them. This was just kind of trying to give people a general idea of how much you can make on YouTube, but just know how much work goes into it too. Bob, thanks for the info on YouTube monetization. No problem, Susan. I just hope it helps people out and helps decide if this is what they want to do, or if maybe they want to invest their time in something else. Mr. Science Geek, a big hello. Yes, I do a few late night live streams per week. Pee your pants fun? All right. My son loves to make Minecraft videos, and this is a great info for him. I'm not about the money, but he enjoys growing his channel. Yep. Well, the thing I would say is a lot of people will start their YouTube channel and say it's not about the money, but eventually you're going to get large enough to where, you know, you can make money from your hobby, and I would always recommend that. wow, I'll have to go back to beginning and rewatch this. Thank you. Live streams should basically supplement your regular posting schedule. See, I lose I lose subs from live streaming. Yeah, I guess what else I should have prepared is how much time is spent on YouTube, and that will probably help quantify whether you guys think it's worth it or not. Bob, can you check your community settings? Jenny Lee can't comment. Yeah, I can check it afterwards. Any tips for keeping shell dwellers? I think I already answered that one. I don't understand why my local fish store in my area has no red cherry shrimp. They're pretty quick sellers. Let's see. Based on everything at the current point in time, what do you think your yearly income from YouTube will be this year? It's tough to say. I haven't even been on YouTube for a year, so I don't know the swings. I don't know, you know, some months have really high revenue, like December, for instance. The CPM in December can get really insane. I think I was about like $13 in December. You know, you have all the advertising for Christmas and all that jazz. So, yep, still salty. That's probably why you're banned and why you're getting banned again. I kind of had enough of that, Jenny Lee. Sorry. Yeah. Hey Bob, I'm thinking of setting up a 125 gallon with African cichlids. I just want 6 fish of a certain species. How many species? You want 6 fish? I don't, Mr. Exquisite, 125 gallon with 6 fish. How many species? You're talking about how many species of 6 fish? Let me know if that's what you mean. And are you going to any more fish shows this year? Lloyd, if you're talking to me, I am going to the Chicago Aquatic Experience with a lot of people. There's definitely a lot of YouTubers going. You see, I was filming and editing everything on my phone. It took 15 to 30 minutes. Now that I got a nice camera and editing, 1 to 2 hours. Yep. You're definitely going to step up the time. Jim Jobs, oh, how you doing, Jim? Looks like I'm late again. How's everything, Bob? Jim, everything is going great. It's like 9,000 degrees in here. Other than that, it is awesome. What do you say about pea puffers and bumblebee gobies? I would say that pea puffers probably do best by themselves. I can't find any cool shrimp locally for less than $10 a piece. Is that normal price for cherry shrimp? Should be really, really cheap. They should be, besides ghost shrimp, they should be like the cheapest shrimp you can buy. Goobies. Happy Fish Guy. I know all about heat in Florida. Brutal right now. Yep. Does YouTube let you know the number of subscribers that are inactive? No. Nope. They will purge. So you'll find out. Bob, someone asked about your editing program and if you edit your own videos. Yep, I do. It should be pretty obvious. They can't get any more basic than that. Now I forgot. Oh, as far as inactive subscribers, there's no way to tell, but like once a month, if you look at your channel and you've lost a fair number of subscribers that are proportionate to your channel, that's YouTube purging accounts. Susan's posting the link to the Chicago Aquatic Experience. Yep. What vegetable would I be? I have no idea. I don't even know. That's funny. I mean, a group of 6 fish of one species. How many could I fit? Well, a group of 6. I must be an idiot because I still don't understand. A group of 6 fish of one species. To me, that sounds like 6 fish. But you're saying 6 times. Are you talking about like 3 different? Cherry shrimp are $15 each where you live. Bob would be a big zucchini. Okay. Susan's not going this time. That's unfortunate. How long does it take to edit your average video? So a 10-minute video, It depends on how fancy I get, and you guys know my videos are not fancy, but like the last video I put music in it, so that took a little extra. It actually takes longer to render a video now than it does to edit the video. A 10-minute video I probably spend, depending on how many cuts and how many times I screw up, probably up to an hour, and then another hour rendering, and then about another half hour, 45 minutes doing tags, thumbnails, things like that. Corey claims you're tall. I'm not. How tall are you? I'm only 6'1". 6'1", not very tall. Opinion on Tropheus keeping. I think Tropheus are awesome. I have Tropheus. My advice would be do not overfeed. Be very careful on how you overfeed. Try to get them algae. If you can grow algae in your tank, they love grazing on algae. It can take longer to do a 10-minute video if your program shuts down and you have to redo it. Thank you, Taylor. That happened to me. I had a critical error without saving my work, so I had to restart. I think he means how many groups of 6 could he keep? Oh, well, okay, that helps. It also depends on what fish. Like there's dwarf mbunas, there's peacocks that are going to be way bigger, but on average in 125, if you have good filtration, you could easily keep at least 50. Susan for SLC Aquatics, the angels are doing great. They will be in tomorrow's video. Bob, I feed frozen bloodworms and Rapashi Community Plus. Is that a good diet or do I need something else? Depends on what you're feeding. My bristle nose is just showing bristles. Got it as a baby last fall. Well, looks like you got a male. What's the biggest fish tank you have in your fish room? Right now it's 125 gallon. Let's see. 6'1" is tall. I run into a lot of people that are way taller than I am, so I don't feel that it's very tall. Then I go stand next to Corey and Jimmy, and I do feel a little tall. Not gonna lie. Life with Pets is here. Hello, Life with Pets. Finally made one of Bob's live streams. Yeah, we're just hanging out. We already talked about kind of YouTube and now we're just talking about fish. How is little Steen doing on the floor? He'll be in tomorrow's video too, so you have to check out tomorrow's video. Happy Fish Guy says, I get amazed. Different countries do fish a little different, and the English accent's really keeping me laughing trying to say fish names. Yep, and we all say them different. Aquarium Co-op says, I'm not that short. How dare you? Yep. See, there's someone who's 6'2". A lot of people are over 6 foot tall. So I'm definitely not very tall. Hi, Aquarium Co-op. Yep. Danny is 14 years old and 6'3", so I hope you have a good basketball career ahead of you. What kind of stand are you going to use for the 240 DIY? It already has a metal stand, so metal. Yeah, Kang Lee. For your L46, that is an excellent diet. Would you ever get a tan 800 gallon fish tank? A tan 800, or would I ever get an 800 gallon? Lloyd, I would have to get something larger, like an 805 gallon. I couldn't go the same size. I'd have to get bigger. Matthew A says, I'm going to move to Seattle. Please don't. Bob, have I bred my lake whatever Bosemani? No, I haven't, but I haven't tried either. I'm just kidding. You can move to Seattle. There's already way too many people here. What's one more person going to do? Are you worried about mold in your fish room or any ripe smells? Nope. The only time I have a ripe smell is when I know a fish jumped out, and then I got to look for it. But not worried about mold because I run a dehumidifier. So, Bob, how old are you? What's your favorite tank? I am old, and my favorite tank that I own is my 75-gallon Lake Tanganyika tank. Seattle too crowded. Seattle's way too crowded. Way too crowded. And they're kind of all a bunch of wussies too. I hate Seattle. Sorry if you live in Seattle and I just lost all my Seattle subscribers, but I feel that's a pretty accurate statement that most of them are kind of wusses. How close geographically are you to Corey? About 15 minutes. Any info on peacock gobies? I've never kept them. Maybe someone in chat can give you some info. Something to do about nothing. Is easy nitrogen a good choice if my aquarium is heavily planted and measuring 0 nitrite? We don't want nitrite. I think you mean nitrate after 1 week. Measure before water changes. I'm thinking my plants are getting enough nitrate causing algae. You should always be at 0 nitrite. You want nitrate. It depends what if you want to test your nitrate. If you have 0 nitrate, you probably want to get a new test kit. Or if you actually have 0 nitrate, then you definitely want to dose nitrogen. Move to Chicago? No, never. Never. Holland has the tallest people in the world. That is why Danny is 6'3". You streaming tonight, Mr. Geek? Mr. Science Geek, are you streaming after my stream? People want to know. Bob, do you like shepherd's pie? Absolutely. Are you making me some? I met quite a few wusses when I was in Seattle last month. They're everywhere down there. I'm telling you, man. Ugh. Lots of room in Minnesota. I would move to Minnesota. I got 200-gallon fish tank. What do you think the best fish to put in it? I'm looking for big fish. That's up to you, man. If I had a 200-gallon tank, I'd put rainbow fish in it, but those aren't big fish. So, move to Nashville. Tennessee has pretty cheap housing. That's true, Zach. Dutch people are the tallest people in the world. True story. Chicago is pretty cool. My cousin lives there. No. Denver. I've been to Denver once, and it smelled like rotten eggs. And I know they were doing all that underground digging and for the airport, and that's probably why it smelled like sulfur. But I don't ever want to go back there. I'm just going to lose so many subscribers from all these different geographical locations. That's all right, though. How's Little Steen doing? Little Steen is doing great. He'll be in tomorrow's video, so check it out. Nisi, there's my ride, is out of here. Thanks for stopping by. What do you feed your guppy fry? My guppy fry, I feed the Aquarium Co-op fry food. They'll also get rapashi. They nibble on that. They nibble on the algae wafers I drop in for my bristlenose plecos. You serious, Bob? Denver is cool. Well, I was there. It's been a long time, but I was there when they were building that new airport. And whatever they were digging up, oh, it smelled so bad. Yeah, we're going to have to change the name to the live stream of Bob, this is where you live. Yeah, Bob, no fish club talks. What's up with that? No fish club talks? You mean me not talking at fish clubs? I don't know anything about fish. I'm not going to go stand in front of people and claim to be an expert. What would you consider good filtration, and it would be Mbuna? I mean, if you have like an FX6, you could stock that thing full. Do you have mollies? I do not. Breed for puffer food. If you're asking what you can breed, if you're allowed to have marbled crayfish in your state, those are good. Mystery snails are good. That was just all the pot you smelled in Denver. Oh no. No, this was nothing like marijuana. Dutch people may be tall, but they still suck at basketball, so what's the benefit? Someday I need to keep cichlids. Yep. Can't wait to fill the 900-gallon. Bob loves Cincinnati. I've never been to Cincinnati, but I feel like it's a place that I would go if there was a reason to. Like, I know that I never need to go to, like, Cleveland. Like, who would ever want to go to Cleveland? Ugh. But Cincinnati, yeah, I would check out Cincinnati. Why not? I live in Washington. So do I. Bob, how's the garden? Not this again. No one outside of Rochester, New York has anything good to say, so you won't offend us. Okay, Bob, what do you think of the Netherlands? I would definitely go there. I would love to visit. Cincinnati is trash, probably. I mean, isn't that entire state kind of trash? Come to Mississippi, we have nothing and lots of it. No one wants to go to Cleveland now that Jimmy left. Oh yeah, see, why go to that? Yeah, that's what I meant. Jimmy's gone, so why go? Oh, I don't think he was in Cleveland, but how many people are watching this train wreck? 209? Wow. Bob, where's my bristlenose pleco video? Are you getting your LDA 08 colony? I have no plans on getting any new fish until my fish room is done. What about Puerto Rico? Yep, we'll be going to Puerto Rico. That should be fun. Eventually. I have crayfish that seems to be cloning. Is that possible? Yes, Mark. The marbled crayfish is a self-cloning crayfish. So yes, you will get a lot of them. Hopefully you have a puffer. Pea puffers, probably cheapest and easiest puffers to keep. I would say that or the Amazon puffer. The Amazon puffer is definitely way more expensive, but pretty easy to keep. Went to Cleveland for work a few weeks ago and it's terrible. I'm from Fresno. Yeah, it's just like Detroit. Like nobody wants to go to Detroit. Like I don't need to go there to know that I don't want to go there. How big is the big tank at Corey's store? I believe it's 400-ish gallons. He was here earlier. Maybe he can tell us. I think it's like 375 or something like that. What's the easiest puffer to keep? In my opinion, it's the Amazon puffer. And the only reason I say it's easy is because they can go in a community tank, whereas pea puffers cannot. 360, that's right, 360 gallons. Does that include that big sump that's above it, or is that just a tank? Hey, I was born in Detroit, now I live in Virginia Beach. Yeah, I notice you're not in Detroit anymore. What's the smallest tank I have? Probably this one right here. It's the 9-gallon Fluval, not the Fluval Flex, just a regular 9-gallon tank, rimless. Ohio is great as long as you're not in city limits. Cincy, Cleveland, and Columbus, surrounding areas and rural areas are great. I know the housing is super cheap. That's really the only benefit. Like as a YouTuber, you should probably move to Ohio because you can get like a mansion for like $10. It's 360 in the first vid I watched you called it weak. It's 360. Oh yeah, the first video you called it weak. I think I remember that. Can I have a shout out? Not yet. It's finally not hot as walls. Cincinnati is like Louisville. Cleveland is like small Detroit. Sean says the fish scene is horrible in New Orleans. Taylor, I haven't heard of either of those. Are they fish channels? What are we talking about? Female fish keeper, you have AGP, kid behind a grandma, kid behind a camera. Sub and say hello to everyone. I think the Fish Fam should go on a cruise together. That would be a lot of fun. But, like, there's no fish on a cruise. Susan for SLC Aquatics. VA Beach is super touristy, but you can stay in a hotel, park there, and walk everywhere you'd want to go. Zach's Tank's Crazy Aquarium guy. They should have done that, but instead of Amsterdam, they bombed the city Rotterdam. Okay. If you want a great beach that's less touristy than Virginia, go to Sandbridge Beach. Apparently, we're all going to the beach. It's been 78 for me since I've been there. Not sure about that. Decent 3-bedroom house in a nice suburb is going to run 120 to 180 depending on the age of the neighborhood. You know what a 3-bedroom house cost in my neck of the woods? Like $400,000 with no land. That's like on 0.1 acre. If I went on a cruise, who would watch the fish? Well, cruise, I mean, just go on like a 7-day cruise and they'd be just fine. Can an albino bristlenose breed with a normal one? Yes, all bristlenose plecos, besides maybe like the Clara, and probably even like the 183 and the 184. I guess technically they could, but all color forms of the normal bristlenose will definitely breed. Have you ever kept a hermit crab? I have not, because I do not support that industry. That is a terrible, terrible thing what they do to those crabs. So I will never ever own one. Harry writes, looking like he wants to get banned. Thanks, Aquarium Tech. I haven't been on vacation in 9 years because of all my animals and fish. Can't buy a brick in New York City for $100,900. Interesting. Fish Fam is all meeting up in Chicago and partying. Yep, that is true. A lot of... There we go. There's the moderator. I was wondering where you guys were. Yes, everyone is going to Chicago. If you can get to Chicago, and it's not even really in Chicago, I think it's like the outskirts of Chicago. It's It's not like the crappy area, so you're not gonna get mugged. You're not gonna get murdered. Don't hold me to it. If you do, it's not my fault. But it's a pretty nice area. So if you can make it to Chicago, I'd highly recommend it. So it's a ton of fun, lots of fun. Where are your mods, Bob? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to fire some and make new ones. Female fish keeper. That's long. North Carolina is the best. I'm gonna have to stop into Chi-Town. Yep, ban hammered. Just timeout. Timeout's good enough. Not too strict on this channel, so especially after last week's nonsense. Ugh. We'll be there with my big Bob. Yep, Taylor and I are going. We will be there in Chicago, so you can meet both of us. Adopt hermit crabs. Adoption is best for all pets except fish because everyone wants to rehome their giant common pleco. Ain't that the truth? Now all the mods are coming out. Danny got it though, so we're good. We are good. What is this? I have no idea. Do you plan on setting up an automatic water change system? Not with my current setup. Not even while I'm redoing it will I do it. Let's see. I just received a verbal sorry. A verbal sorry. What would you consider neutral KH and GH? Neutral? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I normally don't even ever test for KH or GH. And I probably should, but I've never had really a problem. So, I mean, I have the test kits, but I don't know. I've never really needed to test for it. Don't worry, female. Maybe you can go to Chicago. All right, multi-tank. Hi, Brian. Yes, if you need to know what like your KH is for plants or fish, then I would just get a test kit. So when can I get a wrench? Well, I'll tell you, I might be wrenching some new people. See, Danny is true. Danny is the only one that has an excuse. It is 3 o'clock in the morning there. He's allowed to slack. We got 15 minutes though, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just one troll. It's actually been a few weeks since we've had a troll, so. Have I ever kept jewel cichlids before? I kept one for about a month, maybe 2. They are in the lab and are just beautiful. Yes, and they are very, very angry. At least the one I had. I thought it was one of the coolest, nicest looking fish I'd ever seen. Oh yeah, sorry there, Jimmy. Oh wait, I gotta do it over here. Jimmy is already a moderator, so that doesn't matter. Do you test electricity of your water? I do not. I paid $60,000 for my 3-bedroom with an acre of land. I wish. I'd buy like 10 of them. GH and KH are most important in saltwater because of the calcium-based skeletons, skeletor, on corals. 8 to 12 is good for salt. Most Amazon fish like 5 to 8. Yeah, I've never really seen an issue with it, so I've never really paid attention. What's going on in Chicago on the first weekend in November is the Chicago Aquatic Experience. It's basically the biggest aquarium show. Yep, you shouldn't have spoke up, Jimmy. That's all right. I still don't expect you to do anything. Just kidding. But yeah, it's the biggest aquatic show convention in the U.S. So it's probably one of the better ones to go to if you want to meet up and see a lot of people. Do videos released on the weekend do better or worse than weekday videos? Usually they do better, and advertisers also generally pay more. So you should get better CPM on the weekend. If I was smart, I'd be releasing videos. My 3 videos a week would be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I just feel like that's a terrible idea. Amazon puffers are $10 in North Carolina. That's really good. They're about $20 here. Let's see. There's the link for the aquatic experience again. Rumor has it is moving next year to New Jersey, but I don't know that I've seen any definitive proof. I'm still here, just lurking. AMA Aquatics. Yep, we always get a lot of lurkers. Lurkers are good. I'm always lurking. As long as we get... Well, we only need 6 more thumbs up. Who hasn't thumbs up? I need 6 more thumbs up. Get my 150, and then I'm happy. My KH is 40 out of the tap. Is that normal? Oh, that seems way higher. You sure it's not 4.0? 4.0 I feel could be normal. 40? I don't know about that. Ooh, Jersey. Yeah, if it's in New Jersey, I probably won't go. That's another place that I don't need to go to know that I don't need to go there. Bob is just excited to see his 2 sea lion girlfriends. Yep, and get nice stinky fish kisses. That smelled so bad. Have you ever been to Canada for a fish show? Nope, but I have been to Canada, just not for a fish show. New Jersey needs something good. I feel like they need another hurricane so they can just kind of blow all the trash and junk out of there. Well, if it's in New Jersey, people can stay at my house. What brand of potting soil do you use on your planted tanks? I use Ocean Forest. Ocean Forest. Definitely sub to Zach. His videos are awesome. Yes, Zach's Tanks Crazy Aquarium, guys. If you haven't checked out his if you haven't checked out his channel, definitely do. Patrick says, I don't think it's possible for KH to reach 40. Yeah, I'd be really surprised. Maybe 4.0. Maybe 4.0 is what he meant. Any rainbows for a 20 long? Lots of rainbows. The Pracox rainbow, the dwarf neon rainbow is the common name, or any of the pseudo-McGills. Bob's favorite channel or show is Jersey Shore. Ugh. More Bob dissing where you live. Yep, it's true. Jersey, the only state you can get into free but have to pay to leave it. I have a 6-gallon fluval edge. Where'd that go? 6-gallon fluval edge. Can you give me 3 different fish that can go in it? A betta fish, CPD, or what would be something different? Trying to think of something different. Something different. I personally don't like CPDs, but a lot of people do. The Celestial Pearl Danio. I mean, it's not really fish, but I'd probably do shrimp. Here we go. Corey of All Trades with the $5 super chat. Do rainbow fish cross breed? Yes, they can. Definitely. Fish Nerd Funny, that show. Yep. So definitely they can interbreed. There's, I mean, like the Bose Monty. It's a melanotania, and there's 100 different types of melanotania that it can crossbreed with. So absolutely they can. Is there an auction at the Aquatic Experience? Nope. At least there wasn't last year. How many ads do you put in a 10-minute video? I've just gone back and listened to the beginning of your video. And are you earning a lot in comparison to? You are earning a lot in comparison to my CPM. In a 10-minute video, after 10 minutes, you can insert an ad. I don't know if I've done one on a 10-minute video. Maybe I have, but so basically the way I do it is I take my average watch time and say it's like 7 minutes, right? I would put the ad right after that and then like keep increasing it, because normally once people see an ad, they just click off your video. So that's kind of how I do it. And then you always add one on the end too, because the one on the end, no one ever watches the one on the end, but it's good for people to have your videos in playlist and just blow through them all, because then it will serve the ad. Also, if you serve an ad at like 8 minutes and your video's 10 minutes and you have the ad after the video, it's probably not going to get served anyways, so you might as well just put it there, because YouTube will only show so many ads in a certain amount of time. Really, thanks to all you guys. Yep, definitely check out Zach's Tanks Crazy Aquarium guy with the black heart. What is CPD? It's Celestial Pearl Danios, and they are freshwater, and they will go into a 6-gallon. Yes, Zach, you have 995 subscribers. Surely we can get on 5 more subscribers. Surely we can do it. Definitely check out his channel. Maybe one of the mods can link it for us. Maybe they already did and I'm not paying attention because I'm bad. 998. 2 more people. 2 more people. Zach is definitely worthy of 1,000 subscribers. He has beautiful planet tanks, awesome plecos. So yeah, you will not be sorry. Something to do about nothing. No matter how good you take care of them, they aren't taking proper care of them and gather shells, robbing their natural homes. Okay, it's 6 gallon. You can put 5 daisy blue rice fish. Oh, there's a fish you don't see every day. That would be a good one. Let's see. Hit that like button, guys. Yes. Oh, man. See, I was at 140 something, and I said I only need a couple more. Now we're at 190. So now we need 11 more to get 200. Now I'm being greedy. Mod's not on form tonight, Bob. Either am I. Like, I'm not even paying attention, so I can't expect my mods to. There we go. Zach's Tanks Crazy Aquarium Guy has 1,000 subscribers. In my opinion, the second hardest milestone. So good job, buddy. Definitely well deserved. There you go. Lots of congratulations. Definitely deserved. How many fry is normal for female guppies? Frank, I don't even know. I'm sure someone in chat would know, but really, there's like 1,000 guppies in my tanks, and I can't really monitor that. Rurutu says can't pay attention. He's watching Jersey Shore. Memphis, Tennessee. Shrine Aquatics says, okay, thanks, Bob. So one more question before I have to go. How many is a good number for a 6 gallon? I think in a 6 gallon, I would probably get 6 and see how it works out. That might be terrible advice, but that's what I would do. And if a couple kill each other, which they might, then you'll find out real quick that you can only have 4. But I would introduce them all at the same time. I wouldn't start with 3 and then get 3 more, because they're already going to have territories. So, do clown plecos need anything besides wood, algae, wafers, veggies? They're kind of an omnivore. They will chew on wood, but I would give them a varied diet. But they're very hardy plecos. Any rainbow suitable for a 20 tall? Yep. Any of the pseudomagills. So the pseudomagills are the rainbows that are like an inch and a half. There are the pseudomagill frickatas, which get like 3 inches. Still really good for a 20 gallon. And then like the dwarf neon rainbow. Where do you get the wood for the tanks when you buy? I do not buy it. I go up into the mountains and I get it myself. Thoughts on an algae eater in a white cloud breeding tank that will not eat fry or eggs? Autosinkless actually might be a little cold for an autosinkless. I would do a bristlenose pleco myself. You may lose a couple eggs on accident, but generally they'll leave eggs alone. Make sure to like and share the stream. Yep, we got about 5 minutes left. It is like 9,000 degrees in my room, so I'm not gonna go long tonight. Xander dubbed up. Pretty sure he means subbed up. Thanks for the sub, Fish Tropic. I'll follow back. What size tank for threadfin rainbows? I feel like a minimum I would want to do would be a 20 long, but if you can get away with like a 40, I think you would be doing a lot better. Are tiger barbs fin nippers? In my experience, they can be. They can be. Is there any reason why water goes cloudy after a 50% water change? No gravel vac, just clean changing water. It looks like a bacterial bloom, but I don't know why a water change would do that. Hopefully it's not just dirty out of the tap, but it might be coming out of your filter. So I don't know, like a lot of times if you have a hang on back filter and you drop it below the intake, like it'll back flush all the junk out. That might be what's going on. Wow, multi, you need more tanks, multi. Okay. Is there any woods to stay away from when looking for woods in a tank? Anything with sap, I would stay away from sappy wood or things with bark on it. And that's kind of what I stay away from, because the bark will rot. Like you notice the wood in the video here doesn't have any bark on it. And I don't want it to rot in my fish tank. Fish rooms have a habit of cooking us. Oh, it's not the fish room. It's nice and cool in my fish room. And when I say nice and cool, it's like 80 degrees. But here I've got all these studio lights on. I can't open the window or it'll be outside noise will be crazy. I can't turn on a fan because then you guys will be listening to my fan. So, smallest rainbow fish, I'm not sure, but it's probably definitely a pseudomagill. And I guess a lot of people don't know how to spell that, including me. But I can get close enough to where Google can find it. Pseudomogul. There is your smallest rainbow. Lots of new people here for me to say hello to. Thanks for the stream, Bob. Great stream and content as always. Thank you. Separate males from females ASAP at 6 weeks. Is there anything at all that I can house with a red devil I rescued? Something of similar size, and that's angry too. Why is one of my female guppies in the breeding for profit tank skinny, but all the other fish are fat? Could just be genetics, could be not getting any food, it could be getting out competed. Yeah, or it could be sick. When's the 240 going in? That's a good question. Hopefully within a month. Couple weeks, right? That's my answer. What's your favorite rainbow fish? Kyle, I don't really have a favorite, but the Bosemani are definitely up there. And I'm actually going to do like my first ever species profile on the Bosemani. I've never done a species profile video before, but I do like that fish so much that I might just do like a quick 5-minute video on them, because I do have a couple different types. And there's not different types of Bosemani rainbow fish. They're just different collection points. And I think it'd be good to show the quality of like a store farm bred rainbow fish versus like a Gary Lang wild caught raised rainbow fish. Huge difference. Thoughts on the whatever those rainbows are? I do know, caught from Skull Creek. I like them if you can get a good source for them, which I'm assuming they are, because that's not really a fish that you see at like Petco. But I think they're awesome. Do a species profile. Good idea. Yep. And I mean, there's already like 10 of them on YouTube, but I feel like I can offer like a visual difference on quality of rainbow fish, because I have my Gary Lang Bosemani, and then I have my Florida farm bred Bosemani, which if you're only looking at like farm bred rainbow fish, they look really good until you get them like right next to a Gary Lang rainbow fish, and then they just they look really bland. I picked up 6 Bosemani rainbows this weekend from Petco, believe it or not. Yeah, sometimes at PetSmart I can find some pretty decent ones, but it's pretty rare. The background tank is looking great as usual. Well, remember, it's not my tank. Josh Aquatics and Railroads videos. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. Sergeant Tank retracted his message. Can potting soil leach ammonia? It is possible. It is possible. Are discus okay in a community tank? Yes and no. So remember, your discus want like 85-degree water, and there's not a lot of community fish that are going to do well long term in that temperature. So just make sure you're getting fish that will do well in that hot water. Back with cookies. Here we go. Thoughts on 3 to 5 7-minute videos per week. Well, obviously the easiest way to increase your watch time is to put out more content, right? So if you can sustain it for, I would say, at least a month, you'll definitely notice benefit right off the bat. But Sergeant Tank, and not coming down on you, buddy, you know, we're buddies, but like a while back you were doing like live streaming for hours, like every day. You would have been much better off doing like a 7-minute video every day and spending that hour or two making that 7-minute video and editing it versus just doing the live stream. But I feel you already know that from what you mentioned earlier. So yeah, live streams they're kind of a trap. Like once you get really big, I feel like live streams can be good, but how you get big is not with live streams. Like, who was live streaming the other day? PewDiePie, you know, 58 million subscribers, was live streaming, and he made like $100 grand just playing a video game from super chats. The dude was getting like non-stop $200, $300, $500 super chats the entire time. It was crazy. Reef Hunter, I keep mine with mystery snails and lots of moss. Have you tried the fluval substrate? I'm assuming you're talking about the fluval stratum. I have not. If so, do you like it, and would you recommend it? I personally have not used it, but I do have a couple friends that use it and swear by it. However, I cannot endorse it because I've never used it. Trying to make more of these streams. Working nights makes it hard. Anyway, I've been good. How are you? Doing great. Doing great, buddy. Good to see you. Steenfott Aquatics. I'm mad. On Saturday, I bought 2 small angelfish and added them into my tank, and they were dead today. They had red dots on them. You might just want to treat your tank. I don't know if you have anything like general cure or even like a mild treatment. PewDiePie, I thought you didn't like PewDiePie. I don't like PewDiePie's video, but when someone with 56 million subscribers go live, then I had to stop in there and see what kind of super chats he was getting. Fluval Stratum is great for Planet Tanks. There's another endorsement by Zach's Tanks Crazy Aquarium guy who has crazy awesome Planet Tanks, so I would definitely take his word for it. What will work well with an Amazon puffer? Will guppies be okay with them? I feel like you'd be doing okay. You might lose a couple on accident, but I don't think that an Amazon puffer would specifically go after them. And I would, yeah, I think you'd be okay. I've only kept 1 Amazon puffer ever, and I did have him in a community tank, so I didn't want it. You did? I don't know what you're talking about, Taylor. Thoughts on siesta lighting? I've never even heard of it. Thinking of getting a Phoenix Stingray, but I want to be able to see my fish before and after work rather than having the lights on when I'm not home. Oh, siesta lighting. I don't know why I thought brand. I don't think there's a problem with siesta lighting. A lot of people do it, and a lot of people claim even better plant growth, but I don't buy it. I think it's all subconscious. I mean, 8 hours of light is 8 hours of light. Granted, yeah, it is, you know, going through the whole process 1 extra time a day, but I don't know. I guess it makes sense that maybe you get better plant growth, but you're definitely on the right track with the Phoenix Stingray. You can't go wrong with those. What is the tank behind you? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know the size either. This was sent in by a viewer. So, holy crap, we are past 6 o'clock. Congratulations, Zach. Yes, definitely congratulations, Zach, hitting that 1,000 subscriber milestone, which I said is like one of the harder milestones, I feel. The other one being 100 subscribers. I know for me, getting that first 100 subscribers was kind of painful. So I really had to grind that out. So I feel like 100 and 1,000 are kind of the big milestones. And speaking of 1,000 subscribers, one thing I've come across a lot when talking to people, talking to smaller channels, and I thought it too, was back when I was like at 200 to 300 subscribers. I thought, man, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna start making money. I'm gonna start getting those monthly checks, and that's not the case. You definitely need more than 1,000 subscribers. Granted, you can do it at 1,000. For me, it was right around 2,000 subscribers when I started getting a monthly check. So just don't think that you're gonna hit that $1,000 and start getting like a windfall of cash, because you're not gonna get a windfall of cash until you get a lot more than 1,000. Because even I don't get a windfall of cash. So, but again, I'm only at 13, right? But yeah, that's gonna do it. I hope everyone had fun. How many likes did we end up with? I don't know. Well, over 200, so that's pretty awesome. Thanks everyone for liking the video. Thanks everyone for hanging out, especially getting through that first 15 minutes. I know not a lot of people are interested in YouTube, but it is a pretty common question from all the new channels that are coming up. So hopefully it helped people decide if this is really what they want to do, and maybe even, I don't know. I just feel it was important to get that information out there since there are so many new channels, and not a lot of people talking about how much they make. So hopefully that gave you some idea. I think I asked Mr. Science Geek if he was streaming afterwards, and then I never paid attention to the answer. So I will wait. I know he's still here. We'll just make sure that he is going to be streaming next. Bob is awesome. Man, he looks like Aaron Lewis. I don't know who Aaron Lewis is, but I feel sorry for that guy. Thanks for the great info. Really appreciate it. Yep. Fun stream. Mr. Science Geek, he might have already left, but he did just comment. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's something. Danny, where'd that go? The stream was awesome. Thanks. I will watch Mr. Science Geek live stream now and then go to bed. So, looks like we are. Oh, here we go. I'm streaming as soon as you are ready, Steenfott Aquatics. All right. We are calling it quits. Finish. We are done. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out, and I'll see you next Monday.